won't get these joints out here. I got money, so they put it in the bag. I'm pulling off all the tags and pulling off in the Jag. Fuck being broke, cause broke niggas is mad. Get a job with your broke ass and get it out the hoe's ass. I go fast when I'm riding through the city lights. I'm from the Bay, West Coast, with your city like new nice fresh jeans and a snapback.
Hey tribe, welcome back to my channel. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe, so you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe, but only if you want to, 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 only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra, and if you do so, I greatly appreciate it. If you want the extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership for the extra juicy tea. A new video has been posted, so go check that out. All right, y'all, let's get into this story time. So when I was doing the series of how me and Dad fell out, I had mentioned that I had got caught up with a PIMP and an HOE, which is longtime friend and her boyfriend PIMP. Okay, so here is that story time. Okay, so one day I'm kicking it with longtime friend. We outside, we walking around. I don't know where we was at. I can't remember, but I just know we was walking around and we was talking. And she was basically asking me, what do I think about HOEs? And I was just like, well, nothing. I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do to feed themselves. Now, let me give y'all a little bit background on longtime friend if y'all don't know. So, longtime friend, mom and dad, I don't want to say they weren't the best parents, but they didn't provide a lot for their kids, because I think it was 5 of them. Yeah, it was 5 of them. So it was, their parents really struggled. They always lived in like 1 or 2, 3-bedroom houses with 5 of them plus the mom and dad. So as y'all can tell, that is a lot. So it was 2 boys, 3 girls. For the most part, longtime friend and her sister, what did I call her? Backstabber. They would be around me and my sister a lot, and we would do a lot for them so that their parents didn't have to really worry about them too much. But for the most part, they kind of had to fend for themselves. So even though at this point, longtime friend, she wasn't an HOE yet, she would mess with dudes who had money and would do things for her because her parents wouldn't give her no money and she didn't really have a lot. So I knew at some point she was going to be a HOE, possibly be a HOE, because it was like she already messing with heck of dudes. She always messing with dudes who usually are much older than her and got money so that they can buy her things, because her parents wasn't really giving her money or buying her things. She had a really rough upbringing. Her mom was not the best mom. Now, their stepdad, dad did the best he could do for them. He had to work because the mom wouldn't work. So he had to work and take care of all of them. But, you know, like I said, hold on. So he couldn't really provide for them as much as he probably wanted to. But the mom, she was off the chain. I don't want to say too much, but just know she wasn't the best mom. She drank a lot, smoked a lot, did a lot of other stuff, talked bad to her kids, you know what I mean? She didn't really give them a lot of motherly love. So that's just like a little background on longtime friend, so y'all can kind of get an idea of why she the way she is and why she ended up turning into a HOE. So anyways, she's asking me, and like I told her, you know, people got to do what they got to do. If that's the way somebody feel like that's gonna take care of them, hey, cool. I mean, I don't judge nobody. Do what you gotta do. It's not me, so who am I to judge somebody who feel like they need to get money that way? So she was just like, oh, okay. So as we're walking around, she's like, oh, well, PIMP is gonna come pick me up. Do you want to ride with us, or do you want him to take you home? So I'm like, all right with y'all. I ain't got nothing else to do. Like, none of my little boo things I don't think was really hitting me at the time. So it was like, I ain't got nothing to do. I don't want to go home. So she was like, all right. So at some point we ended up by this store by our high school, and he came pick us up at the store. So when he came pick us up at the store, he was like, all right, you ready? I'm about to make a couple plays, because I think he sold Trisky as well. Drop some Triskies off to some people, and then is you ready to, do what you need to do? And so she was like, yeah. So I'm in the back seat like, what he mean? Do what she need to do? I'm like, you feel me? Like, what that mean? Like, is she gonna be serving Triskies to these people or something? Like, I'm so confused. So I'm texting her, and I'm like, girl, what he talk about? She was like, nothing, don't worry. I'll tell you when, when it's the right time. So I'm like, okay, all right. So y'all, we riding around, listening to music, blowing down the house. I'm in the back seat, just, feeling myself, because I'm lit. I'm young. I ain't gotta pay no bills. I ain't got no worry in the world. So I'm just in the backseat chilling. So we pull up to the first person house. He served them or whatever. They exchanged some words, pulled up to a couple other people's house. Then we pulled up to like a motel type of thing. So I'm like, what we doing here? Maybe, people be staying in motels or something, I don't know. So he gets out the car. And he goes into, like, he parks and he goes into a hotel room. Or a motel, because this was not a hotel. This was Motel 6 in Pittsburgh. So he go inside a room. And I'm like, girl, what we doing here? Like, he serving somebody in here? She's like, no, but I wanted to tell you that I'm starting to HOE. And I'm like, huh? Say that again? Run that back? I didn't hear you too well. She was like, yeah, I did it a couple times, and yeah, I'm finna bust a date. And I'm like, why wouldn't you tell me this before I got in the car with y'all? If you knew that this was something you was about to do. I'm just like, sis. I'm like, sister, like, you sure this is what you want to do? Like, I'm just like, girl, like, this is dangerous. Like, when you asked me when we was walking around, I'm not thinking you was about to do it. Like, I would have said something totally different probably. But, I mean, I still would have just told her, like, I support you in whatever you do. But I probably would have said something different. Like, girl, this is dangerous. And asked so many questions. So she was just like, it's cool, it's good, but can you come in the room with me? Because he's gonna leave and then come back. So I'm like, girl, what? You want me to be in the room with you while you bust a date? I'm just like, girl, I don't know. Like, I'm like, if y'all don't understand, me and longtime friend was so close. Like, I know I tell a lot of story times about the bad times, but me and her was like so close. Like, I could tell her anything. Like, literally, I didn't have to hide nothing from her. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. She's like, if you get uncomfortable, you can just go stand outside the room. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I'll do it with you. If I feel uncomfortable, girl, I know how to get home from here. I will leave. I will call my mom to come pick me up if I need to. I will, because Walmart was right there by the Motel 6. I will walk to Walmart and have my mom come pick me up or something, or walk home or get on the bus, because the bus stop right there. So he come out the room and he get in the car. He was like, all right, he ready for you. So he looked back and he was like, so what you about to do? And she was like, oh no, she gonna come with me in the room. He was like, I don't know. I didn't tell him you was coming with somebody. Like, is she getting in on it? Because if so, we gotta charge him more. And I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm just moral support. She asked me, I can leave. You can take me home. Matter of fact, I get on the bus, I can go, like, if it's gonna be a problem. He like, nah, it should be cool. Yeah, all right, cool. He ready for you. So we getting out the car and we walking up to the room door, and I'm just like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, are you really sure? And she's like, yeah, I did it a couple times. Like, I think I'm getting the hang of it. And I'm just like, mine is blown. I'm just like, I cannot believe this. So y'all, we go in the room. Mind you, she only like, at best, 17 at the time. 16, 17. Because I had to be like 15. Maybe even 16. So she had to be like 17. Y'all, we go up in the room. And it's some, not old, but it's some, Latin dude. And he just sitting on the bed. And he clothed, but he got his, like, pants open. Like, nothing out, but he just got his pants open. So he's like, oh, you and your friend? And I'm like, no, I'm just here. Like, I'm gonna sit on the chair and, y'all do y'all thing. Y'all, because mind you, it's a motel. It's only one room. I think, yeah, it was a chair in there and the bed. And he was just like, okay. So she go in the bathroom. I'm sitting on the chair and I'm scared as hell. I'm like, what the hell am I doing? What did I get myself into? Like, I'm about to leave. Like, I don't feel comfortable. So she come out the bathroom, y'all, and she got on like sexy lingerie. And I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna just go outside and sit outside. She was like, you sure? Like, you can stay. It's okay. And I'm just like, girl, nah, it's cool. I'm gonna just sit outside the door. If I leave, I'll text you. I just didn't feel comfortable, y'all. I was just like, no. Now, mind you, I have been in the room with longtime friend when she slept with people, but it was never like this type of situation. So this was just like, I'm like, nah, I'm not finna be up in here with her doing this. So I go outside and I'm just sitting on the curb and I'm just like, I can't believe this. Like, oh my God, like, she really a HOE. Like, she was already doing HOE stuff, but like now she for real a HOE. Like, this is crazy. Like, I just felt so bad. It was like I wanted to save her so bad and do so much for her, but I was only a teenager. Like, it's like, what could I really do? So y'all, I'm just sitting there on the curb. Mind you, I'm like right outside the door, but just like on the curb. And, they doing what they doing. And I'm hearing it. And I'm just like, oh, my God, this is crazy. So after like 30 minutes, she come out the room. And she like, all right, let's walk to Walmart. And PIMP gonna come pick us up. So I'm like, all right, cool. She was like, I'm going to tell him that the dude shorted me $20. And I'm going to pocket $20. And he gonna take the rest and then give me some. I don't know how much it was. I just know she said she was gonna tell him that the dude shorted her $20, and I guess they still was gonna split the other profit, but she was still gonna have an extra 20. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, so that's gonna be cool. Like, PIMP not gonna be mad at you. She's like, nah, he not even gonna know. He can't. What he gonna do? Like, question the dude or whatever. The dude gonna say he didn't, that's not my problem. So I'm just like, girl, okay, girl, like, that's that stuff. I'm telling you, like, that's dangerous, because I be watching movies and stuff and that be going left for people. She like, girl, this ain't like the movies. This real life. I know what I'm doing. I'm grown. I got this. So I'm like, she just like, don't say nothing. I'm like, girl, what am I gonna tell him? Like, that's none of my business. You feel me? Really, I should have told y'all to take me home, or I should have just walked my happy little ass home, because this is a lot. So y'all, he come pick us up. We get in the car and he was like, give me the money, let me count it. And she was like, yeah, I counted the money and he shorted me $20. And I was arguing with him and he told me this was the amount you told him to give me. But I remember you told me that he needed to give me this amount. I don't know. They kind of just like doing a little back and forth or whatever. So he was just like, oh, I'm about to go pull back up on that nigga. Nah, he about to give you that $20. So I'm like, ooh, like, I'm in the back seat. At first, I was just easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, chilling, living my best teenage life. Now I'm like, this is getting crazy real fast, like real quick. So y'all, he pulled back up to the motel. He go banging on the door. He arguing with the dude or whatever. And he pointing, he like, she lying. I gave her the full amount, And they just going back and forth. One time friend get out the car. She was like, no, you lying. You shorted me $20. I counted it up. So basically, Pimp made the dude give him $20. So the dude gave Pimp the $20. We get in the car. We drive off. So I told her, I was like, can y'all drop me off? Because I'm just ready to go home. So she like, yeah, Pimp, can you drop her off? So boom, they drop me off. I go home, everything cool. Now, a couple days had passed, maybe like even a week. And I'm with longtime friend at my house. We kicking it, and I'm just talking to her about that night. I'm just like, girl, that day, I'm like, girl, that was crazy. Like, do you be doing that with every date you be busting? Like, how many dates do you be busting? How often? Like, I just got so many questions. Like, So she like, I do it every couple days. You know, I have 1 or 2 clients. You know, he getting my clientele up. And I'm just like, how does that work? Like, this your boyfriend? Do y'all still do stuff? Like, how does this work? She like, yeah, like me and him still be doing it. Like, everything's pretty much the same. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she was just like, do you want to come over and kick it with me at his house? So y'all, I go over to the house with her. So everything was going cool at first, y'all. We was in his living room watching a movie. I think he had ordered pizza, we eating or whatever. So she had left. I guess she had busted a date, you know, did her little scheme, kept a couple dollars, lied and said she did it. I don't know how, but out of nowhere, y'all, he gets up, he go in the room, he come back out, and y'all, he's just going off. He was like, you lying ass bitch. You been stealing money. You been stealing money. And she like, what are you talking about? And he like, yeah, I picked up some of your pants or shorts or something and money fell out. This is not the money I gave you. I don't know how he knew. I don't know, y'all. They get to arguing and stuff. And he like, bring your ass in the room. Like, we not about to be arguing in front of your friend and have her all in our business. So, y'all, they go in his room, y'all. They arguing. And I'm just like, wow, this is crazy. I don't know what they saying. I just know I'm sitting in the living room like, okay, this is absolutely insane. So, they in the room arguing. Next thing I know, I'm hearing boom, boom, screaming, hollering, yelling. So I'm like, are they fighting? Because y'all, I'm in high school. At this particular time, like, domestic violence wasn't a thing for me. Like, I wasn't getting into, you know, these fist of furry when, you know, putting a pause on dudes I was dating or anything like that. You know, I didn't really, so you know what I mean? Like, so I'm scared. I'm scared. Because mind you, Pimp is a grown man. Like, grown man. He had to been like 23, 24. I damn near think like 25. I'm not going to lie to y'all. He was grown. I mean, for us to be 16, 17, him 25, that's grown. That's grown as hell to us. So I'm like, oh my God, like, what do I do? So y'all, I go to the door because I'm like, that's my sister. Like, if he's hitting her, I need to help her. But I'm scared because he's a grown man. I'm like this big. At that time, I'm like 90 to 100 pounds soaking wet. I'm small as hell. Mind you, she was too, but she was taller than me. So I'm listening at the door and I'm like, oh my God. Like, I just hear them in there fighting and her screaming and stuff. So I try to open the door locks. So I'm banging on the door. I'm like, open the door, open the door, open the door. Like, let my sister out, open the door, y'all cut it out. Like, stop, please, stop. Banging on the door, banging on the door. Next thing I know, like, the door flung open and he opened the door. He was like, man, it's cool. Just go sit down, sis, go sit down. It's between me and her. That's my HOE. That's my HOE. And she need to get in line. And I'm like, okay, but like, y'all don't need to fight. Like, please, y'all don't need to do that. It's okay. Just talk it out and figure it out without y'all putting y'all hands on each other. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So he like, just go sit down. And I'm like, no. So I'm trying to like push the door while we talking because I'm trying to see if she okay because I don't hear her or nothing anymore. I don't hear it. Like, she's quiet. So I don't know what happened before he like opened the door. So I'm like, well, let me just see my sis. Like, let her just come out the room. And he like, nah, she good, she good. Y'all, so I like put a little I'm like, no, I'm not getting away from the door until I know my sis is okay. So I pushed the door a little bit and I went inside, y'all. She just laid out on the ground. So I'm like, did he knock her out? So I go, I'm like, oh my God. So y'all, I run up to her and I'm like, long time friend, like, you cool, you good, you good. Like, girl, get up. So she get up. She like, I'm cool. F that bitch, nigga. I gotta watch my words because not Snapchat. Why do I want to say Snapchat? YouTube just been so petty. She like, F him, he a bitch, he a bitch. So she like, come on, like, let's go. So she getting her stuff and she grabbing her money. He like, nah, leave all the money. She like, no, this is my money. This is my cut. I'm taking my half. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sure they finna start fighting again. I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm trying to like stand in between them because I'm just like, he know my family, so he know better. I don't think he would hit me intentionally because he know my family and he know how my family get down. And he know we'll have this whole block lit up if I get hit and I go back and tell my people that a grown man hit me. You feel me? So I'm just trying to be the mediator, like, y'all just calm down, like let her take her half, like, I don't know, but please, like, just let her get her stuff so we can go. So he like, all right, fine. So y'all, she get her stuff and we walk out and like, y'all, she like bruised up, like he was putting a paws on him, like he was scraped and scratched up and all kind of stuff too, like they was in there fighting like cats and dogs. So I'm just like, girl, like, are you okay? She like, I'm good. I'm like, girl, are you sure this is something you want to be doing? Like, I'm scared for you. This is crazy. She like, girl, it ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. He always want to try to put his hands on me all of a sudden. We had agreed that we wasn't even going to be doing that. And all of a sudden he getting, I don't know. He was just switching up. Like, I guess he started getting into, you know, a real PIMP, and I guess he felt like he had to, you know, put her in her place as his HOE. I don't know, y'all. Crazy. So, yeah, we walk, and I'm like, yeah, girl, let's just go back to my house because this is crazy. So, we walking back to my house, and we get to my house, and when we get back to my house, y'all, she just break down crying. And I'm just like, oh, my God. I'm like, girl, are you okay? That was so scary. I'm like, girl, are you okay? Mind you, y'all, he big. Not he big, but he was like 6'1", 6'2", you know, like stocky. He wasn't no skinny. You feel me? Like he a grown man. She like, I'm good. But she just like crying. Oh my God, y'all. She had, you know, cause she Latin. She light. Bruises everywhere. I'm just like, oh my God, like this is crazy. I hope my mama don't come home and see her like this. So that day happened, and like a couple of days later, she called me and she was like, I need you to go somewhere with me. I'm like, where? She was like, I'm gonna bust a date. The dude finna come pick me up, but this is like the first time I'm just like going to somebody's house. Usually we meet up at like a motel or something. She was like, I just want you to come with me so that, you know, I'm safe. So I'm just like, girl, I already had 2 incidents with you and your HOE situation. I don't know if this is something I want to do. She's like, please don't nobody else know. Like, I need you to come do this with me. So I'm just like, oh my God. I'm just like, girl, if I feel any type of creeped out, I'm leaving. Okay. If I say, let's go, I'm leaving. You can come with me. You cannot, but I'm leaving. So she like, all right. So I meet her at the city park. So we're sitting at the city park, and I guess the dude called her and was like, I'm in a black car. Come to the car. So y'all, we get in the car, and I'm nervous. I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, what am I doing? I live too much on the edge. Like, this is insane. So y'all, we pull up to this house, nice house. He had a nice car, nice fat house. We go in, and he was basically saying like, oh, is she, you know, she gonna get down with you? And she like, no, that's my little sister. She just here because she was already with me. She gonna sit in the living room. She just here. Like, bet nobody say nothing to her, touch her, none of that. So I'm like, yeah, cause like this is crazy. I don't even know why I'm here for real. So at first, y'all, we all just in the living room. He asked if we wanted something to drink. He had liquor. He had food and snacks and stuff. So I'm young, dumb. So I'm sipping on the liquor. I'm getting lit. He was blowing down the house with us. He had like fruit and all kind of stuff. We eating. I'm feeling good. I'm like, okay, this is a cool little trick. Okay. Like, he seemed clean, decent, cute. He was like some mixed Latin dude. So I'm like, okay, sus. Like, this one seemed cool. Like, all right. Yeah. she like, all right, we about to go in the room. So just sit right here. You cool. He gave me the remote. I'm watching TV. I'm kicked back, chilling. I think I was watching like Rush Hour because I was watching something funny, y'all. I'm chilling. I damn near forget what we really even here for. I didn't have the liquor, blew down the house, ate. So she go up in the room with him. They doing what they doing. And I don't know. I guess he told her he wanted to do bareback, and she was like, nah, I'm not doing that, and if I do that, you gotta pay more. So I didn't find this out until like they was already doing whatever they was doing, and she came out the room, and she was basically, because he lived in a fat house, she was like walking down the stairs. She was like, no, you didn't pay me for no bareback. We not doing that. You gotta pay me more. I did not agree to no bareback. And he was like, yeah, you did. It was in the ad or whatever, or something like that. So they arguing or whatever. So I'm just like, oh, like I said, y'all, I'm so into what I'm doing, chilling, eating fruit, and just lit off my ass. I'm like, what the hell? Like, I almost forgot. She here busting a date. So, y'all, like, they arguing as she walking down the stairs. Y'all, why the hell did he push her down these stairs? Now, she was only a couple steps to the bottom. You feel me? It wasn't like all, I think she had like 2 to 3 more steps, but still, like, he was like, man, B, get the out of my house. Y'all get out of my house. Get out of my house right now. So now I'm like, I jump up. I'm like, oh, shit. Get my purse. I'm like, come on, girl, let's go. Like, right now. Like, I'm like, oh my God, y'all. So we run up out the house, y'all. He run to the door. He chasing after us. He run to the door. He was like, yeah, man. That's why your coochie whack anyway. Just saying heck of stuff. Like, I'm like, oh my God. He was like, yeah, that's why I wanted your friend anyway. She look better than you. And I'm like, I don't do this, sir. Like, I'm just a supportive friend. Like, she's like, man, whatever. That's why you can't have her anyway. That's why you ain't got enough money to pay for me to go bareback. He was like, I got money. I got money. I'm like, mind you, y'all. I'm like, because at first we ran out the door. He came to the door. He's screaming and they arguing. So we like walking. Y'all, he started coming more out his house. I starts running. Because one thing about it, you're not about to run up on me. I'm getting up out of here. So I start running. I'm looking at her like, girl, come on. Because we don't know what he about to do. He might come run up on you and boop, boop, boop. He already pushed you down them stairs. Even though it was a couple stairs, but still, you can already tell he aggressive. It sounded like y'all was probably even arguing before y'all even came about that room. So I'm like, oh my Jesus goodness. So, mind y'all, it's nighttime now. I don't know where the hell we at. We was somewhere in Antioch. So I'm like, girl, how we gonna get home? She like, man, I'm about to have to call Pimp to come pick us up. And I'm like, we could walk. We could figure it out. Like, we could just, once we get outside this neighborhood and I start seeing stuff, we could probably figure it out and get on the bus. Because it's night, but it's not like late to where the bus is not running. So she like, nah, he gonna come pick us up. I'm like, y'all still together? She like, yeah, that's still my man. That's still my nigga. I'm like, okay. So, mind you, y'all, this happened after the situation with her and Dad. You feel me? So me and her was still kicking it, but I wasn't kicking it with her as much. But we still was like, if she needed me, I'm gonna be there for her. But I wasn't kicking it with her that much. I was kicking it with her here and there, but I was mostly kicking it with my bestie in that friend group or my other friend groups, or, you know, with guys. Y'all, so she called Pimp. He come pick us up. And he like, man, you stupid B. You out here trying to bust dates without me. That's what your ass get. Because she telling him what happened or whatever. I'm just like, this is insane. This is crazy. Like, oh my God, y'all. So, I think at this point, was I? No, this was my 11th grade year. Yeah, so I was probably like 16. I think this was after me and Kevin broke up, or during the time where me and Kevin was breaking up. So, Yeah, so y'all, it started going around that she was an actual HOE. Like, people was already calling her a HOE, but now it's going around that she really busting dates. So people was like, yeah, we heard she be doing this, she be doing that. You be with her, do you be doing that too? And I'm like, nah, like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So the last incident that I did, I went with her one more time, y'all. And this was the last time because weeks had passed. I stopped going around her after that incident. She asked me to come with her. I go with her. Now, this dude, he was psycho. As soon as we got there, the dude was like, oh, you bringing your friend? Then we hit, mind you, this particular dude, she was about to do like a gang bangy thing. You feel me? It was a couple then. So when we went, I didn't know it was gonna be a bunch of dudes. I thought she was just gonna be busting a date or whatever. I shouldn't even went with her. So we go over there and he like, since you bring your friend, she must finna be bust down too. And I'm like, no, I'm just here. I didn't even know it was finna be a whole little gangy bangy thing. Like, I'm just like, girl, like, you doing a lot. Like, I get that this is what you doing to get your coin, but baby, like, you doing a lot. Like, so the dude get to arguing with longtime friend and he was like, y'all not leaving unless we busting y'all down. It's just so many words I could say, y'all, because YouTube, like I said, it don't be liking some of my lingo. So I'm like, well, I'm about to leave. I don't know about you, longtime friend, but I'm cool. I'm good. Don't ask me to come with you to do nothing else. Like, I'm cool because this is too much. Why every time I come with you, it's a crazy situation? Does this happen often? Like, is this, I'm cool. So she like, no, it's cool. And she was basically telling him like, yeah, I'm leaving, but you're still going to have to give me some money because you had me come all the way over here. And now you trying to do this, do that. Like, you still give. He like, bitch, I ain't giving you a fucking thing. And y'all not leaving. And I'm like, well, I'm leaving. I don't know what this y'all is, but I'm leaving. Mind you, these dudes is Latin, but they like a younger type of Latin dude, like 20 something. Most of the other dudes that she was like busting dates with, they was in like their 30s, 40s. These was some young niggas. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So y'all, I'm walking towards the door, and then one of the partners is standing by the door. He was like, yeah, nah, the homie said y'all not going nowhere. I said, well, I'm going somewhere. I don't know about y'all. So basically he like, nah, like, you know, mommy, what's up? And I'm like, I don't do none of this. I'm just here as moral support for my friend. And I know y'all probably like, girl, you're stupid. Why would you go with her to do this? I don't know, y'all. I just wanted to support my friend and be there for her. And I always live life on the edge. I don't know. I always put myself in dumb situations. Like, I really don't know. I be knowing better, but still I be like, well, let me just see, you know, let me just see. So I'm telling them, I'm like, look, I'm not no police ass female, but I'm going to call the police if I don't walk out of here right now. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm leaving. I'm not doing nothing with nobody. That's that. Like, I'm leaving. I'm going to call the police. So he like, oh, you going to call the police? And I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. Like, let me out. I'm leaving. Longtime friend over there still going back and forth with the dude. I'm like, is this girl stupid, dumb, retarded? Why wouldn't she be over here at the door with me, girl? He not giving you $1 unless you gonna bust down with them. So, y'all, the dude, he like, all right, you can go. So I leave out. She don't leave out. So I'm texting and calling her. I'm like, girl, is you coming or not? Like, what's going on? Like, I'm about to leave because I'm not cool with this. I don't know what happened, but she was like, nah, it's cool. I'ma stay. I'm about to do this. Like, they finna pay me a bag, blah, blah, blah. But I don't think at the time we were saying a bag. Like, they finna cash. We were saying, like, cash me out. She was like, nah, they finna cash me out. I'm finna do what I gotta do, and they finna cash me out. So I'm just like, well, I'm leaving. I knew where we were, and I seen the bus stop, and I had money. I said, well, girl, good luck to you. So I guess everything went cool. Now, I guess she did bear back with them. This is what she told me. So, whatever. Y'all, Like a couple weeks later, or like a month or two later, y'all, she found out she was pregnant. Now, she didn't know if it was one of the dudes she barebacked with when she was busting dates, or if it was Pimp. So she wanted to go get, get rid of the baby. So I go with her, y'all, and I guess she was so far along that they had to like put this seaweed stuff in her to basically get to, unalive the baby. And then she had to go back, and then they had to like pull the pieces out. I don't know, y'all. This is like a termination of a baby when you so far along to where it's like, okay, this is the last point, but the baby already started like babying. Yeah, y'all. It was crazy. So I went with her. They sedated her. They put the stuff up in her, and then she had to come back. Now, when she had came back to, get the parts removed from inside of her, my sister had went with her. Now, they told her it would be best if she did not have sexual intercourse for a month. Because basically it was like she had a baby. They had to pull it out of her. Do y'all know 2 days later she was having intercourse with Pimp? Y'all, why did she call me screaming and hollering? I think I was with my sister. Yeah, me and my sister was together or something. And she was basically saying her coochie was falling off the bone. Green and stuff was coming out and all kind of weird, nasty stuff. And I'm like, well, what happened? Like, what was you doing? And she was like, yeah, me and PIMP did the do, and then like the next day, like it just started hurting down there, and this like green stuff, and it's a bad smell, and like all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, girl, you just had basically, a termination of a baby where they had to stick some stuff up you to get rid of it and then pull it out. And then I guess you had to get stitches down there, and you thought to do the freak nasty days after, and now you're wondering why your area is falling off. Y'all, I'm just like, girl, you're dumb. Something's wrong with you. Like, so my sister go with her to Planned Parenthood to get her treated. I think she had got like a STD, and then basically like an infection and bacteria or whatever, because PIMP was sleeping around with everybody, obviously, because he slept with them. She sleeping with everybody. It's just nasty, y'all. Mind you, why did she show me? I'm like, y'all, when I tell you, me and my sister was like, ew, because she showed us. Y'all, I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my whole life. I swear to you. I was just like, girl, your coochie tired. You're only 17 and your coochie look dead. It looked tired. I was like, girl, I think you need to retire that thing, because that don't look right. Like, y'all, it looked manny. It looked crazy. Like, oh my God. But yeah, after that, y'all, I really just stopped kicking it with her. I was just like, you know what? I just be getting caught up in way too much stuff with her, and I just gotta cut her loose. I love her to death. Me and her could kick it on some cool shit. Like, I'll come to her house, she come to my house, but I'm not going nowhere with her. I'm not doing nothing with her. I'm not going to nothing. I had to cut her off like that, because I was just like, yeah, no, she gonna get me into something that I'm gonna really get hurt, and then what? My sister gonna beat you up, and it's gonna just start too much drama. Like, I don't need that in my life right now. So yeah, y'all, that's how I got caught up with the PIMP and a HOE. And yeah, I kind of just had to just cut my ties with a longtime friend, because it was just like so much stuff had been happening in our friendship for so many years. It was just like, I love you, but I gotta love you from a distance, because you be doing a lot of crazy stuff and I don't need to be getting caught up. People know what you're doing. I'll be around you. People think I'm doing what you're doing, and I just don't need that tied to my name. I don't need to be in these situations with you. I don't HOE I don't need to be in areas where HOE and PIMP and busing dates. And I don't need to be here. I'm 16. I'm 16. 15, 16 at that. Probably 15, 16. Like, I'm already doing enough hot stuff at my age. This is too goddamn grown. Too goddamn hot. Whew. But yeah, y'all, that was that. I hope y'all enjoyed this story time. Leave y'all comments and opinions down below. I'm a vibe, you a vibe, we should vibe. So you should what? You should like, comment, share, and subscribe. But only if you want to, only if you want to, only if you want to. If you're watching, that's really all I appreciate. Everything else is extra. And if you do, so I greatly appreciate it. I'm tired, y'all. So I got one more video to film. And if you do, so I greatly appreciate it. I don't know. If you want the extra juicy tea, go ahead and click the link down in my description below to join my membership. I'm tired. I waited all day to film these videos and I got work in like 4 hours. Well, how many hours? If it's 1:38. I got work in a couple hours. But I'm going to film this last video, then go to sleep. So yeah, y'all. All right. Deuces.